Hello and welcome to another episode of Tales Across Time and Space. Masks the Limited series is the game of the game. Sorry about the unexpected hiatus there. Convention, life, and a bunch of other things happened that was longer than one, but we are back and we are ready to start rolling. A few point of things about the future of the channel here. First off, due to some creative block on my part and just getting a little rusty on running 5e and other opportunities here, instead of continuing our into our Dawn's Watch game, which is the direct sequel to Lost Ponies of Endeavor, we are instead going to be doing a sandbox playtest game of the 5th edition rules for From the Ashes, the post-apocalyptic setting for Pony Finder. So that will start up as soon as we finish down with masks here. The idea is I'm loosely inspired by the story, the classic story of the Seven Samurai, or the Magnificent Seven, those kind of stories. So there may or may not be 7 players, though. I can't guarantee anything there. So also in 2 weeks' time, we will be having our 1-year anniversary on the channel. Not quite sure what we're going to be doing for that, but I want to do something special that's more special than just saying, hey, we're going to take a week off and just play Jackbox, because you guys are probably here for the RPGs. We might try to do an off-night Jackbox game stuff if there's demand and people are up to it, but that brings me to another point. What we're going to try to do, we can't guarantee this, but if we have we're going to be missing a few enough players that we would have to not game that week. We're going to try to see if we can reschedule it and record it ahead of time. And then instead of it being a live broadcast, we will just play the recording on air. So it's the same basic principle. So yep, that's about it for the I can't think of the word. Cleaning house stuff, I guess. So, also, shout out to, I can't read your Blair Delancey there for joining the chat, well, on YouTube, no less, well before we even got close to launching here. So, appreciate the enthusiasm, I guess. But, yeah. Anyways. As always, I am Thomas. I am the Game Master here, and I am joined by...
I am Dustin. I am playing Blanked the Reform.
Is mine next?
Yeah.
You're
okay.
Next.
I'm Leah. I'm playing QB, the Outsider.
Salutations, it's me, Carl. I'm playing Nero, the newborn.
I'm Cody. I'm playing I'm playing.
Whoa, hold on. That's not right.
Lost and Found. And I'm the Legacy.
Huzzah, the blank has been
I guess you
doubled.
lost your name there.
Yeah, it's like.
I guess you lost your name there and you found
Oh yeah, I had a blank for a moment.
Yes. One day we will actually do our introduction without complication, but it is not today.
Oh, we need those episodes like in Teen Titans where everyone wears Blank's costume.
Fun fact, I discovered that, because this is somewhat relevant to the game because it's same genre, but they have actually, at least for Comcast, have added Teen Titans to the free streaming. So I'm starting to rewatch that. And the episode where there was a happy raven, there's totally a Twilight Sparkle voice in there. So it's funny looking back on that. So, all right. Last we left off, so you had hey Dustin, I think I'm picking up on your mic there.
Oh. On my end, let me.
Yeah,
turn my
because
shit down
it
so
seems like your circle's the one flashing every time I'm talking, and then it's oh hey,
that- Oh,
we have our missing player, who I didn't refer to in the chat intros. Introduction.
Sorry.
That was the word I was looking for earlier.
okay. How's that?
I think that's good. So Jane, introduce yourself to the world and who you're playing. Jane,
Hello.
I see your circle flashing there. Technology.
My keyboard's been a little weird recently. Hi, I'm Jane. I'm playing Ella Girl.
Huzzah.
Hopefully it's too late because I was grabbing food.
That's fine. You just arrived. We were just kind of actually shooting the breeze randomly, and you had good timing. So last time we had left the heroes, Blank had, after stripping the powers of both Frostshot and Firebrand, had taken the gun to Kingsley. Not Kingsley. Kingside. The
Yeah.
got they're related, whatever, to reverse engineer, but then he also discovered that apparently the gun itself had been stolen from Aegis. But before he could find more into that, he was sent on a mission to try to find Eligirl, where he came across the forgotten hero Lost and Found, and a strange who found the lost Nero before finding the lost Eligirl. There was some time where Blank was referred to as a serial killer, but eventually together they were able to fight and drive off Calamity, and rescue Eligirl. The scene opens now on the group, who have. I'm just going to take a narrative caveat here. You invite the two new guys over to the game room.
Okay. Sure.
Your hideout.
Yeah.
Because there's a bit of like, what in the world just happened there going on.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, by the way, for the players who don't know, the game room is our arcade hideout.
Oh god. That's so Coney, but so cool.
I think
It is the best hideout.
This is
I think we rigged a
interesting.
Bomberman game to explode.
Oh,
That was unrelated. That was when you had to fight off a mecha turtle that was actually made out of spiders.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, the Spider Mecha Turtle.
what?
Comics.
Speaking of spiders, actually, though, there's just a it's just the opening. The flashback is the narration of what had recently happened is kind of displayed over this panel of you guys all hanging out there, but the action immediately jumps back in time to the original event, where Kyubi. What do you see that you find yourself unable to not follow away from the fight? Kyubi?
Yes.
I said, what?
Yes. What? Away from the fight.
Yeah, you saw something. What did you see that made you like you couldn't choose to not follow it?
Let's see. I'm trying to remember what we were doing last when I left.
Yeah, when you left the fight, it was in the middle of fighting Firebrand, or rather towards the end of it, where Frostshot and Firebrand were both shot with a gun that stripped them of their powers. But
Yeah.
before the storm abated, you saw something that you got to do. I'm asking you, like, this hasn't been described yet. So saying, what do you see that causes you to flee or follow whatever it is? What is your proverbial white rabbit here?
I'd say it's something from my home world.
Okay. Yeah. You see you see a white fox, but it catches your eye just for a moment, but you swear it had many tails, so you start following it because that's odd. The portal shouldn't be open. There shouldn't be things like that.
Get my Pokemon Go app.
It is not an Alolan Vulpix.
Oh.
Aww. Why you gotta ruin our fun?
Because I'm the game master, and what I say goes, and I feast upon your tears.
Okay. I think he's going mad with power.
Tone it down there a little. There. Yeah, I apologize to anyone's eardrums there, but yes.
Yes.
You
I'm
follow
sorry.
it down a twisting set of like labyrinthian alleyways, and you start feeling a familiar prickle on the back of your neck. It's something, if it's something you're expecting, it doesn't, it's something you don't pay attention to, but when it happens unexpectedly, your senses are keyed into this. You have passed through some sort of gateway. You're in some other realm than the one you started in. Now, what kind of realm this is, you don't necessarily know. It could be a pocket realm, similar to your own living quarters, which happen to be in Jane's family's linen closet. But regardless, you are no longer in Halcyon City anymore. But now we cut away from you back to the game room. With the rest of the crew. So what topic has come up that has caused a bit of a debate between your potential new recruits and the old guard?
Ooh, that's a good question. I want to do the Mimi answer if pineapples belong on pizza.
They do.
My God, I'm gonna.
Why would we make that debate? That is not like. I get where you're trying to make it funny, but seriously, dang it, Dustin.
Wait,
We all know pineapple on pizza is a sin. We don't need to go into this.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry, but Jane will no longer be able to join us on this stream. We will find a replacement with more valid tastes.
Oh!
Ow. Oh.
Sorry, was that joke a little tasteless?
Sorry, I'll sour through it.
Alright. Anyways, okay, so the debate is not over. Should pineapple go on pizza?
Because the answer
We should probably have a little bit more real situation.
What?
Well, this could be. This is just
Pineapple.
what you're in the middle of. Actually, no. Here's what we're gonna say. This is not necessarily going to be a long-term thing. This is just what you're currently arguing right now. You are arguing about pizza, but everyone's arguing about what they want on the pizza because you guys are wanting to order a pizza because you have an expenses account apparently, or more accurately, Blank recently got a nice payday.
Yeah.
Pineapple on pizza? I've never heard of such a thing. Is it bad or is it... I mean, what's a pizza actually? What is that?
Okay, yes, we do need to order this man a pizza.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Sorry, it sounded like you were saying mana pizza. Is it like I'm just picturing pizza just raining from the sky?
It's raining tacos.
Now I'm just picturing, I summon pizza by mana! Mana pizza!
Well, I mean, I'm sure there is some kind of magical like pizza shop, given that it's Halcyon City.
Quantum pizza.
Yeah, there we go. Quantum pizza.
It arrives 3 minutes before you order, or it's free. That is actually a long-running joke in my Supers game. There is always quantum pizza.
Obviously, we're all playing teenagers. Like, not having pizza is just like almost like not having superpowers.
So, as Blank, you pull up your phone to kind of try to look for places to try to put it in an order. Your news app is actually is flashing, and it shows a headline. What did we call Kingside's business side of it? I can't honestly remember.
Oh, wasn't it like Night Enterprises or something like that? Like,
Did
it
you
was
say it was
something Enterprise. Prince Enterprises.
Okay, let's go with that. We apologize for those who are following us and keeping us to task and continuity. It's not the actual name isn't that important here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you say there is a report of a terrorist attack on that building. There apparently one of the upper floors was exploded. Currently the building is stable, but no one, and there are no reported injuries, but looking at the images in that report, you recognize what level that would be based on your own experiences in the elevator. That's the level where the lab is. What do you do?
I'm going to say that's not good, and I'm just going to show the app and just kind of play it off like, oh, there was a terrorist attack. We should help. Not alluding to my businesses with the enterprises of Kingside.
Yeah, notably, from what it seems like, the security force of Prince Enterprises is actually that they have actually denied access to the building for any other external aid at this point. So, do with that what you will. Because yeah, it doesn't seem like the building is in any peril or anything right now. But
So what pizza are we getting?
yes, I totally am picturing Lost and Found looking at that and saying, looking more at the pizza app than the notification about the news article.
Ah, we can get like $5 off. We get 2 pizzas. Sweet.
All I demand is one of them has to be spicy.
One of the what?
One of them has to be spicy.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
The pizza is
It has spicy.
All right. After much pizza rejoicing.
Obviously, this is the most important situation in the news right now.
Yes. The great pizza debacle. The thing that tears our team apart.
And that is why the dreaded Pizza Node is the most feared villain in Halcyon City.
Oh,
So yeah.
Oh no.
the guy, his evil plan is to put pineapple on every pizza.
Oh,
That monster.
No, his plan is to remove pineapple from every pizza with pineapple, and then put pineapple on every pizza without pineapple.
Okay, that's actually evil.
That's
But it
not
doesn't matter
funny.
what kind of person you are.
Mm-hmm.
Are we sure that's just not Discord?
He's called Q in Human Worlds.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, I'm a little out of it. I'm a little overheated from just getting food. So
Yep.
No
Yep.
problem.
So you put the order in for a pizza. Because of the nature of where you guys are hanging out right now, you order it for pickup. As like just because it's it's like delivering to secret layers isn't always a good thing.
Mhm.
It's amazing how many heroes and villains have fallen for the pizza ploy. Excuse me. So yeah.
You're excused.
So yeah. Okay. As Blink is the one paying, you kind of have to go. So you get a phone call though as you start stepping out, or rather, you get a text message. It's a text message from a number you don't recognize, but it says "See the news," and then it ends with a rook emoji.
Okay, I will. I'm like, what's a good blank emoji? Hold on, I need to look at my phone.
Go like emoji.
This is very important. I assure you. Emojis. Yes, and I put a dinner plate because there's no fucking blank emoji.
I'm just picturing at the other end of the line. It's like dinner plate.
Then I'll add a note. No emoji that suits me. Don't you know there's one circle? Never mind. I'll put that one in.
Somewhere out there is a person rolling their eyes and saying millennials. But regardless of that you get a seconds later, you get a... Yeah, see, the vibrate noise triggers. And
What is that?
I think that's someone's cell phone.
yeah, that's someone's cell phone.
I thought it was someone moving something because it sounds like.
Yeah, no, it's someone.
That's
Like,
cell phone on.
Okay.
Yep. Anyways, so your response is.
Oh yes, yes, I did see it, and then I put like the white circle.
Your response is there is a job opportunity for you.
What is it? Question mark.
The response is the little shush emoji.
Not an emoji.
Then the response is a clock emoji.
I shall look at a clock.
I'm just gonna tell you this. If you look at the clock, you think for a moment like, oh, it probably means time sensitive.
Ah, okay. I shall put a tower emoji.
Okay, and you get no response after that point.
All right.
Meanwhile,
I will. Guess I will head out and.
just claim the line at the pizzeria was really long.
Yeah, basically.
Should we stay here?
Well, actually, Ellie girl, your phone starts ringing. You see the well, I was going to finish because you have caller ID. It's an Aegis.
Caller ID is important.
Yeah, it's an Aegis number.
Oh. Pick it up. So.
Hello, Ellie girl. You recognize the voice as Agent Kingsley because you've worked with him a few times and such, and he's mostly Blank's handler.
Blank's handler?
Blank's handler. As in, he kind of coordinates a lot of his stuff. That he does
that guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, agent.
Is Blank
Kingsley
around? Yeah, Kingsley.
I'm gonna look over at Blank,
Well, no,
trying
Blank
to see
left.
if I can. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is after he left.
He was here a bit ago. Why? What's up?
That's fine. I need you to come down to Aegis. Bring your team.
Oh. Okay then. I'll try to gather up the team.
So
as quickly as we can.
Yeah. So you look. You click the phone. You look at the room of your team because technically these people are just people you randomly met at this point. Blank is gone. You have no idea where Kyubi is, and Frostshot has been stripped of all their powers. So you kind of glance around the empty. You kind of glance around the empty spots, and then you look at the Nero and Lost and Found. What's Nero doing that may not necessarily be appreciated in the room at the moment?
Oh, just poking around what's this? What's this? This is poking around, just what do you use this? Asking random questions. I do not.
What's this?
I've probably been, being the model citizen I am. I've probably been trying to explain some of this stuff.
Yeah. Well, like I said, this is what he's. Yeah, what this is what he's doing when you are on the phone. Is what I was trying to establish.
Oh yeah.
And how is Lost and Found dealing with this as well? Just trying to kind of set the scene here a little.
Oh, I'm just lost in my thoughts.
The puns.
Will we find you?
Kind of just staring blankly.
No, but you're not Blank. You're Lost and Found. First base. Let's see. 1 second here. Okay. All right. Basic moves sheet. Just need to have that up. So Ella girl, what are you doing then?
I noticed they're kind of sitting around. I'm like, well, hey, guys, I think Aegis wants to meet with us. Do you guys know where Blank went?
Who's Ancient?
I'm sorry. I apologize, but who's this? Wait, how do you know this?
Well, I just got a call from Aegis. They're kind of looking for us.
Huh. Blank went and he went to get a pizza. I don't know what that
great.
is.
Wait, you've never had pizza before?
No?
Oh my gosh. You are a poor, abused, naive little person. I'm gonna walk up and don't give him a pet on the head. Don't worry. We'll take care of you. For now, let's try and find him. We need to meet up at Aegis headquarters if we can.
Well, he's yeah. He didn't say.
Do I know where he went for pizza roughly?
Yeah, there's a place just down the road.
All right. Well, we can stop by quick just to go pick him up on our way to Aegis.
Yep. So yeah, you arrive at the pizzeria and Blank is nowhere to be found.
I assume are we in our hero guises or our superhero guises at the moment?
Your call.
I assume if this is a casual place, but since we're with Nero, I assume we're in our hero guises at the moment, not our civilian. Since Nero, as a newborn, probably does not get the whole secret identity thing just yet.
Nor does he.
And we are about to go to Aegis anyway, so.
Yeah. And notably, he also does not have a holographic projector to hide the very blatant physical differences from a standard baseline human.
All right, so I'm going in. I don't see him in there, but do I see the person working there or whatever?
There's a person at the register.
I assume being a pizza place near a hideout for teenage superheroes, this is someone who might be used to having our.
Specifically, it's your hideout that's in that arcade. It's not the arcade that houses multiple hideouts. It's just there's a hideout in that arcade.
Yeah, I know. That's what I meant to say, though, since our hideout is in that arcade and that we are teenagers nearby, that I assume this is a place we come to decently often.
Yeah, and to be fair, sometimes heroes will just pick up a pizza in costume just because they want to bring dinner home for the family or whatever after work.
All right, so I don't know if you've given a name to this random NPC who just takes orders and all that.
Anyway.
But of course, I will address them in name if I actually know their name. But
1 second.
Otherwise, I'll just
GM sheets.
Oh, you did give him a name. Good job.
No. They give me a whole list of names just to use at random.
Well, obviously, he's Pete.
Okay. Pete Rayburn.
Pete Rayburn, okay. Hey, Pete. I'm going to walk in with my two teammates.
Hey.
Hey, have you seen Blank around? I thought he was coming over here to pick up a pie for me and my new team members here.
Can't say I've seen him, but that guy's stealthy too.
True. He is pretty ninja-like. Well,
which is impressive for a guy in a.
Let him know the big guys are looking for us if he comes in. Okay, we're gonna go head over.
Yeah, sure.
I just love this character now.
Thanks, Pete.
Yeah, no, Pete is just
a good tip next time. Maybe.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. Wow, this guy is just Mr. Uninterested Incorporated, huh?
Pretty much. He works at a pizza joint in a city that is run by that is full of superheroes. he's seen it all. Like
True.
he's not necessarily just a clerk. He's like the manager kind of clerk, like the shift manager.
I see.
See, a shift manager kind of thing. But he's just seen it all.
And things probably didn't go so good last time. He had like a superhero and a spider outfit working for him for a while.
Anyway.
Sorry, Spider-Man movie reference.
Mhm.
Yes, no, I knew exactly what you were referring to.
I
Yeah.
actually just posted that on memes while we were talking about pizza.
Oh, were you? Seriously? I wasn't even looking at that. David Dustin,
Sorry?
you're so on top of this.
All right. Anyways, so what do you do now?
All right. Well, since we're Spider-Man steals some man's pizza. So since we can't find him, I'm just gonna lead our two newbies with me back to Aegis.
Okay. Yeah, so you arrive at Aegis without issue. The at the security checkpoint, you pass through without issue. Nero is actually in the system because Aegis was somewhat involved with the takedown of the project that created him. So he registers as a positive, and basically they just the person running the point just asks Ella Girl if she's willing to vouch for him, and with a simple yes, he goes through unimpeded. And when it gets to Lost and Found, it doesn't react. Like the scan just it just doesn't work. And this kind of confuses the clerk who's running the point.
Don't worry, she's a little hard to keep in mind. It's part of her power.
She kind
Worry
of
too much about it.
The clerk. You see her name tag that says Betty. She kind of scrutinizes Lost and Found and is like, "Are you a ghost?" Okay, that is actually very offensive to the Living Challenge. I just want you to know. Don't wear ghost face, alright? Okay, I sorry, it's just one of those moments where I just kind of after I said it just kind of like, wow, I just said that.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. I approve. That was pretty funny.
Like, I imagine there's enough people who are living challenged in the city,
Yeah, good point. I shouldn't feel bad.
But yeah, so you eventually get through, and she quickly forgets about you. So,
By the way, so I want to make this clear. Just her passive power, we adapt to it over time? Because it feels weird to have a hero who just everyone forgets if they just have temporary contact, but has long-term exposure made it so that we don't just forget her the moment we don't see her?
maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
There's a person following us. What? It's
So, yeah.
found. Oh.
I'm trying to clarify this. Do we need to have this note printed up in our base or marks on our arm that say
Don't believe her lies.
Don't freak out.
We'll address that if it becomes dramatically appropriate.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I just thinking of her superpower and stuff. I thought there probably should be some way to explain why our characters are not instantly freaking out. There's someone new in our base every time, and just I've been here 5 times already.
Thing we just have a video safe of her okay, this is her Lost and Found. This is her powers. Don't freak out when you see her in our base.
So a reverse
something like
50
that.
first dates.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's where I was gonna go. Darn it.
Anyways,
I think I confused it with 28 days later, something like that. So like mix the names together.
Honestly, I think that would improve both movies.
Yeah.
You know, Adam Sandler in 28 Days Later, I think I'd actually watch that.
It's kind of like having a
Bill
who
Murray.
was it again? He was in one horror movie.
Yep,
Wasn't
Zombieland.
it? Having a
Anyways,
comedian in a survival horror movie automatically makes that movie better.
so you come up to Agent Kingsley's office, and he lets you in. You're let in, and he kind of he scrutinizes your group, and is like, "You don't waste any time when one of your teammates falls, do you?"
Look, it's been a bit tough on all of us. I know Scott still wants to participate, but is kind of just we're waiting for his powers to get back, and I have no idea where QB and Blank are at the moment. So I at least had to bring some backup.
Yeah. Well, I'm not surprised you don't know where Blank is at the moment. Because that's why I needed you here.
Called us here?
Yes. I have received a tip that Blank has gone rogue. And we cut to Blank.
Oh no, the guy with guns?
Oh my god.
The serial killer.
I think you,
I don't
I
call
think
him
you just
that
seen it's
anymore.
coming.
I was like attacked last time, so
Well, obviously, there's going to be a supervillain wearing Blank's mask going around committing crimes in his name.
Well, so cut to Blank standing outside the Prince Enterprises building. You see the smoking kind of spilling out of the side of the building where the attack happened. So, what do you do?
I could take the front door, or I could just bullshit a grappling hook and go through that way.
Uh-huh.
Let's go grappling hook. Grappling hook!
All right, so you grapple. So you're launching a grappling hook onto this building in the middle of the street, where the people in the building have been specifically barring outside influence.
Good point. I will just.
I just want to make sure it was an intentional thing. I'm just pointing out, like, you are aware of these facts.
No, that's a good point. I will just go through the door since I have been invited, and
Yep. So
Blank's like, I never get to use the grappling hook.
So yeah, your pass goes through, and you see, you go up. You see the when you're on the penthouse. Okay, Dustin, I am picking up on your mic again.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
see, it's
there we go.
really weird. I can't figure out how his mic works.
It just depends on our personal volume and his position and everything like that. It's just some factors there. But anyways. So yeah, so when you get up to the suite, you see his personal bodyguard, which I have decided to name Rook. Because
Okay.
when you do a castling, you swap the king and the rook.
Ah.
So, and it's named on the Kingside Castle. So yeah, that theme name there. Yeah, you see her actively standing on no weapons on her person, but unlike before where she's more feigning the secretary, you can tell she is in active defense mode.
So, clearly this is the real deal, and not
Yep.
some ploy.
Uh-huh. She when the door opens, you see her strike a defensive posture, but relaxes a little bit, but not completely when she realizes who you are. Kingside will see you immediately.
I will head to his office.
Yep, you have passed her to the office. You see, once again, Kingside, his back is turned to you, and there's like a... on the projector screen is kind of like a blueprint, like a wireframe blueprint of the building, and there's little bits of data points being shown to him. Kind of, it looks like it's assessing the damage is done to the building right now. So as you
Blank will.
So how do you enter the room?
Care to explain what happened?
Oh, sorry, I was just asking how you entered the room.
Yeah, I kind of just take a step, like, just so I'm, like, at the exit and just announce my presence, like, so, care to explain what happened?
He turns around and sits down on the thing, and gesturing to the seat in front of his desk there.
I will take the seat.
All right. Well, it appears as though someone has decided that a piece of technology we recently acquired was not meant to stay here.
Do you think it was Aegis?
That was a first thought. Well, specifically, I thought it was a particular individual who had ties to Aegis. But I am nothing if not thorough. So I contacted certain people and discovered that a very similar incident had happened to Aegis prior to your little spat with Firebrand. And before you gave me that little gift.
So you're thinking it's the same person who handed me the weapon?
Yes, your, as they often call it, your friend who gave you that. Mind you, I did get a considerable amount of data for that, which pushes me along, so I am not reneging on your benefits here, but I want you to understand it perfectly clear that one cannot try to serve two masters. So I have taken certain steps. And we cut over to Aegis. Where Kingsley is explaining things to Ella Girl and company. So it's not a common bit of knowledge, but my cousin is also the villain Kingside. We've clashed on multiple occasions and such, but today marked an unusual olive branch from him. Apparently, according to him, Blank has been working with him to provide him certain assets from Helios's lab. And apparently, Blank decided to double-cross him and decided to steal the gun away from him in a scenario very similar to what had been stolen from Helios's lab here in Aegis. So, while he is obviously using us as a instrument of his own for his own petty revenges, we can't ignore this detail. So that because he has sent me the data and it is too similar. I have reason to believe that Blank has stolen a secret prototype from Helios's lab and used it as an olive branch to get in with Kingside before double-crossing him for his own reasons. So we need you guys. We need you, other girl, to hunt to try to find him and bring him in. Like he may be able to defend himself in that, but we can't let him be out on the road. We are basically giving you a warrant for his arrest, and you're the one most likely to know where he is. And while he is your friend, we believe in you that you'll make the right choice. So, and also at that point, he is going to be trying to shift Ellie Girl's labels. Because I believe he is totally doing that. Alright,
Yeah,
1
that
second.
probably seems pretty fitting.
Alright, what is your labels here? Why is caught on mic. He is going to be trying to push your savior up and your mundane down. Because he's basically saying being a hero is more important than being a friend.
That puts me at a dangerous level of savior, though.
Yeah, well, that happens. It's part of the game.
And by the way, I assume because of this whole incident, as Blink is really the only one who's been involved, of course he still counts as a friend, but that may have to shift to rivals simply because of the situation.
Yeah, well, that's your call.
Or my Bull's part, by the way.
Yeah, the big thing is your love and your rival can't be the same person.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to decide on. Like, if I have to shift him to my rival, who does my love become then?
Yeah, well, you don't have to shift him right now.
Yeah. I think this does provide a little bit of inner conflict to me, so I think I have to resist initially.
Right.
Even if it's not major, but I think I have to try to resist this.
Alright, give me a flat D6, 2d6 roll.
Okay.
Right. Yep, so you fail. Alright, let me get the exact
that was an attempt. I thought I'd at least try.
Yep. Oh.
So my mundane's at -2 and my savior's up to 3.
Your mundane was at 1, I thought. Or was it at -1?
Yeah, sorry, negative. Yeah, it was at -1, so
okay.
I shifted it down to -2.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
remember, I haven't really been that mundane recently.
Well, that's not surprising considering you're the Nova. All right.
Yeah,
also,
that's like not super important.
Yep. So with that, you also have to mark a condition because you
I have
failed.
to mark a condition out of this.
Yep. Because you failed this to reject the influence.
Oh, because I thought I could just do it for kicks and giggles, but I guess I did fail at this. So.
Yep. Yeah. No. Basically,
honestly, I think it's really fitting. I say insecure because I am definitely very confused about what to do with this situation. So I will mark insecure.
Yep.
Because he's my friend, but he's also could be dangerous, or.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So. And that is like, he says the
Wait,
warrant
I did fail, so doesn't that mark potential still?
Yes, it does.
Sweet, that's 5.
Cool. We'll finish up the scene. You can go
I'll
ahead
have
and
to pick out a skill here in a bit, but all right.
Yeah, we're actually going to, after we finish up your scene, we're going to jump over to Blank, and then we'll jump over to QB. So you'll have time to maybe pick it if you want it for here in game.
Excellent.
So
Wonderful.
So he's like, he kind of sits down, he slumps down. He looks weary, actually, in this kind of moment. Like, this is something he doesn't want to deal with.
I am definitely settlementaling. I don't know if my teammates listening to this can pick up on the discomfort I have about this whole situation.
Yeah. And he's like...
I'm just, like, sitting there looking a little depressed.
But that's why this is specific. In addition... Beyond it just being the one most likely to find him, I think you're the one most likely to find him and bring him in safely without trying to hurt him specifically. He's more than just some criminal to you. And I just hope you do.
I know.
And I know with everything of the kind of man your father was and what I imagine he raised you to be, you'll make the right decision. So yeah, that's what
I'm gonna say
that's why you are marking.
How? Sorry, are we interrupting? Moment.
Yeah,
sorry about that. You finished.
Yeah, so basically that's when you mark the insecure scenario. It's like kind of that pressure, and you just kind of like specifically. It's when you. So, anyways, what were you trying to say?
Yeah, because of the situation going as it is, as we're talking, I already kind of defined that my powers are a little bit like Starfire, where some of it's based on my mood and stuff. So as for having this conversation, like I'm turning blue because I'm feeling kind of down.
Dabba-dee, dabba-die.
Dabba-dee, dabba-die.
Yep. So, cut over to Blank, where he has just informed you that he has notified Aegis of your dealings with him. What do you do?
That complicates matters a whole lot.
Like I said, I wanted to make sure you understood that no man can serve two masters. I am more than willing to continue to work with you. But I also want you to understand that I will not tolerate further treachery.
I didn't.
And also, I doubt at this point that Aegis will be willing to take you back with open arms. That is
You're
all.
under the assumption that I did steal from you.
Well, if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, you can probably stick it in a turkey to make a turducken.
Oh man, I can go for turducken.
That is, unless you're on a wild goose chase.
Enough. You're free to go. As you pass by Rook and his secretary and the thing, and she just kind of rolls her eyes at that whole thing and just talk about foul language.
Well, foul language. You know, you were just talking about turduckens.
That's the joke.
Right. So, given that, I am going to go see the Huntsman.
Oh, wow. That's one of the ones we haven't actually done anything with, have we?
Yes.
I have no idea who the Huntsman is, honestly. It's been so... But anyways, we'll leave you... I'm going to leave your thread dangling on that for right now, though, because I want to jump over to Kyubi.
Yeah.
Yes, you have been... This is kind of flashing... This technically has already happened, but we're flashing back to resolve what this is. As you are wandering through these corridors, you have quickly determined who's likely in charge of this little realm you're in, as the number of spider web is the buildings seem to take on this web-like appearance, and it's like, oh great, it's her again.
Again. My own personal stalker.
And soon you find yourself in an open room that kind of like, you see like buildings kind of in all these walkways and everything kind of lead into this open room, and above it is this massive like orb spider web. And and as you walk into the center space, a familiar looking female descends from the web. Welcome, Kyubi. I'm glad you accepted my invitation. And she does a very polite and like her etiquette is immaculate in this one bow. Like it's perfectly calibrated to your station and the relationship between the two. It's like you cannot find fault in it.
Mm-hmm.
She waves a gesture, and a small, like one of those kneeling tables appears, and then descending from like a plate with just being kind of held with a web is a set of tea with steam coming off of it. She kind of does the kneeling sit and gestures for you to join her.
Okay.
What do you do?
I don't think I'm gonna trust her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you do then? How do you not trust her? Do you just stand there aloof in the back? Do you call her out on stuff? What do you do?
Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to think. I have a migraine. Let's see. I think I'm gonna call her out on it because the basic. She's been following me around, practically stopping for this entire game.
Mm-hmm.
And what?
Okay, you're going kind of robo-speak here, so I am losing a lot of what you're saying.
Oh, sorry, my room. So, I think basically I'm gonna demand what she wants with me.
Okay, so.
What do you want from me?
Well, for this, right now, I was going to offer you a reward for you can help take down the one with flame.
Mm-hmm.
For which I am very grateful for. That one which burned without sense of that one who burned without any sense of what construction she burned. And the city is better off for it.
Yeah.
And, in fact, I am willing to offer you access to my webways here. These alleys and corridors can take you just about anywhere you need to go. And all I ask here is just for you to hear my proposition here. Will you accept?
No, I won't.
Okay. She's just... Okay, yeah, I know what she does.
Yes.
I come to you with open hospitality, requesting nothing from you, offering you gifts, and requesting nothing from you, yet, but to hear out my offer. You bring shame upon yourself from your family. And with that, she is going to try to shift your superior down and your freak up.
Ah.
Do you accept her influence, or do you attempt to reject it?
I think I'm going to accept it because I'm getting curious now.
So yeah, so her words kind of hit home, and you realize, like, living away from home, you've kind of lapsed in some level of the etiquette they tried to teach you at home.
Yeah.
So you try to at least you've kind of decided to hear her out on that. So shift your freak up and your superior down.
Freak up and superior down. Okay.
So how does your tone change from that statement? Like, what do you say, like, after she kind of lays into you with that?
Let's see. I think I'm gonna be basically what am I thinking? Brain work. I think basically I'm sort of backing down a little bit more, and at this point I'm willing to listen.
Okay, so yeah, do you kneel down by the table?
Yes.
Okay. She's like, so she just the first thing she does is she kind of pulls a strand of her hair, which coils up into thing, and with a flash, it looks like a wire spiral, and she gracefully lays on the table for you. This is the key to my webways. You'll find distance is shortened when you take these routes. As for what I seek, the path, I will not shy away from the fact I am one who manipulates. I tug at threads and webs to fulfill my own desires. I will not hide from this. But there is a piece, a snap in the thread, so to speak. Something that I attempted to pull has gone on its own course, and now will soon tear through every web, mine and others. This entity will likely even go through that Aegis you work with. Their web will dissolve under his ring. Beware the man of many colors.
Okay.
He seeks to undermine all those who hold power. And if you have the chance to take him down, I ask you to not hesitate to do so. He does not understand the power he is attempting to claim for his own, and the authority that he seems to seek. And then with that, she kind of does the proper motions and drinks of the tea. What do you do? Leah, so what do you do?
Yeah, you had gone out for a second.
I said, what do you do? Because it was just she drank of the tea after telling you to basically something went rogue, and she described it as a man of many colors. So.
I think I'm gonna take the webs that she basically gifted to me.
Yep. Yeah, so you take that, and she does a gracious nod and says, like, remember, dear, if you help me in this, I can reward you further. Perhaps even find you another way home. And we cut to blank. So, who is the huntsman? Remind us for the viewers at home and your GM.
All right, the huntsman is kind of basically like a man who kind of takes the fairy tale story of like Snow White and the huntsman type of thing very seriously. Like, he actually thinks he's like serving a queen and whatever, and he hunts like mythical beings and such. Like,
interesting. Oh boy, this is going to get more complicated than I thought.
Yes, alright.
No. I just realized, just thinking about the interaction, you have a dragon and a kitsune in your group.
Yeah, this is why I didn't visit him before.
Right, this is probably why, this guy is probably someone you've avoided.
Alright, so, where do you find him?
Let's see. I probably find him. I want to say into the woods, but I'm like, is there actually woods in like Halcyon?
We have established there is a Yellowstone style hot springs north of the town. That's where Calamity brought Eligirl. So.
That's true.
The greater area is kind of loose geography. Hell, he could be living in the Central Park.
That could actually work. He's very like he deals more in the realms of magic than what Blank is used to. So
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, and like I want to say like, because especially with the stuff we discussed before, where there is that spider paths that led deeper into the woods than there actually was in the park, there is like a Fey realm that touches the park there, and you know his base is kind of on that bleeding zone between the two realms.
mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, you arrive there. You see what like the most fantasy looking thatch cottage, much nicer than it actually would have been in that time frame. But it's like kind of that storybook look to it. In front of it, you see him with an axe actually chopping wood. Notably, you have not seen any kind of felled trees here, so you don't really know where the wood he's chopping comes from.
Yeah. Mike is like, goddamn magic.
Hail, traveler! He shouts as you enter the clearing.
Hello there. I know it's been a long while since we last met, but I am in need of services.
Oh, what brings you here, fearful wraith?
I am hunting and being hunted at the same time. I need weapons.
You are. What hunts you then, and what do you hunt? I can offer you both armor and I can offer you both shield and sword.
What
And
hunts me is my own friends. What I hunt is myself.
Okay, this is not canon. He just sits you down on the stump and is like, "All right, we need to talk things out here. If you need to find yourself, you need to first leave yourself." That doesn't happen though. I'm sorry. I just the
Someone pretends to be me, and because of it, my allies think I have betrayed them.
doppelganger. They are truly the tricky sort. And now I see why you need some sort of aegis to protect you from those who would normally call you ally, were it not for this deceitful sort's trickery. I'm having a little
Called it.
Myself, but not hurt them too badly.
Jane, I am not giving you I called it on this because he is literally he is repeating what Blank has told him.
No, I'm just messing.
Alright. No, that's alright, that's that. Okay, it's mask on. Okay. Sorry, just trying to find my document that has all the info from our CC stuff, so. Okay. So tell me, what is it you specifically... What can you describe any more of the nature of this creature?
Well, he is a skilled, he's skilled at stealth, and he was able to break into both Aegis's building and Kingside's. And steal a weapon from them.
He has both penetrated the mightiest of defenses and stolen from a king himself. It is quite a noble quarry you seem to hunt, young squire. Yeah, this guy is very, very delusional. You probably are willing to bet it's been due to overexposure to fey magics. Fairy tales has kind of taken root in his mind.
Yeah. Like I said, there's a reason why I don't visit this guy often.
And I also like to think that this is why he's a villain, is because he has committed wanton murder.
Yeah. He is very much like, oh, the superhero is clearly a servant of evil. I will kill him.
This is not this is not your child, sir. It is a changeling who has been swapped in its place. Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. Like, alignment wise, I wouldn't actually call him evil. Chaotic neutral, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But yes. So. He goes into his hut for a moment, and then he comes forth with a bundle of various tools. And he lays them down before you. Notably, there is a short blade, a crossbow, a shield, and a mirror. So you... he goes over it and is like... These are things which I think might aid you in your quest, though I only offer you one, in exchange for a promise to join me once on a future hunt.
Well, these are a bit more primitive than I am used to. What do they do?
Don't worry about their appearance. The fey glamour upon them will make sure they do not stand out. The blade... Alright. So, he points first to the mirror. The mirror reflects the truth. If they be hiding under any sort of glamour or illusion, it will pierce through it and show the truth within them. So what else did I say?
Useful against Kitsune, at least.
The shield is a mighty defensive tool. You can turn back the mightiest of spells back upon its originator.
Yeah, there's Ella Girl.
The sword is made of silver and will strike through even the mightiest of armors like they were soft butter.
That's nice in general.
And the crossbow is... Well, it's actually just really a nice crossbow.
You know, ironically, like, I had this guy's main weapon be a crossbow, so...
The crossbow is mundane, but the bolts... I have a myriad collection of them. And just about any task that you might find needing of a bolt to perform, I probably can supply you with.
Oh. Out of character, goddammit, I can't choose! Ah! I think utility would probably be the best for this job. I'll take the crossbow and the bolts.
Okay. Yeah, you have no debt to him. Like, if you want to mark a second dot of obligation, he is willing to let you take a second thing.
Sure, I'll take that, and I will take the shield.
Okay. All right. What sort of bolts do you seek, young wraith?
Sorry, I didn't quite hear one word. What sort of bolts do I seek?
Basically, he's asking you what things do you want bolts to do. He's willing to part with 5 different bolts.
Alright, I need one to at least... Okay, I'll need one that can change into a net.
Alright, and he pulls out one. Well, here you are. This one can turn into the mightiest of snares.
I'll need one to help me track the person I'm seeking.
Okay, out of character, as in... Oh, you know, no, let me say that. Well, I have one that once you strike it, it will leave a trail that even the worst hunters in the world could follow. But a foe that is unknown, it is a very tricky thing to track.
Well, that'll help it too then. I'll need one to help me escape if I come across my friend.
This one, he holds up another bulletin and says, "This one will open a gateway into the wind that will take you to wherever you truly find to be home."
And how many do I have left to choose from?
You get 2 more.
All right. I will. Let's go with one to pierce rough hides or
All right.
strong metals.
All right, so he gives you 1 piercing arrow.
1 arrow piercing.
I can give someone a nose rig at 30 paces. Anyways, and if you want, you can double up on an existing arrow too.
Yeah, I'll double up on the getaway arrow.
Okay. All right, and he puts them for you, and he holds forth his hand. Now make your pledge in honor, Wraith, to join me on the future hunt, and you shall be able to wield these things in your hunt today. So yeah.
You know I hate fey magic. I say as I shake the hand.
And there's like no real special effect. He just shakes it and it says, "By our honor, it is pledged." Yeah. So yeah. So
All right.
So which did you take? You took the crossbow, and what else did you take?
I took the shield and.
Okay. Yep. All right, Jane. What are you? I'm assuming that's you.
I'm questioning because I'm trying to figure out how to spend my advance here.
Yeah, because there's one that lets you basically reset all your labels to however you want, and then add one.
Yeah, I'm just double checking how to shift my labels properly.
1 second here. Let me pull up the right PDF. Because that basically ended the scene. The only thing that happens to Blank as you leave the woods, you look at the crossbow, it is now a revolver with a different bullet in each chamber.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
you know. Revolver Ocelot spin the revolver and like put in like my suit.
Yeah, like, this is why people actually use the Huntsman for gear like this, is because while it looks archaic when in the Fey realms, it assumes a guise and form that is more modern once you leave it. So. The shield looks more like a riot shield right now.
Okay.
So.
Oh, I thought it would look like a garbage can lid.
No.
A garbage can lid.
And Captain America swings his mighty shield.
When Blank uses his mighty shield.
Next thing you know, Blank is punching Hitler.
I know what you're referencing, and I'm like, God damn it.
So, are you looking at the rearrange your labels as you choose?
Yeah, I think that's how it is. So I would shift it to I think it's 2110 -1, right?
Well, you basically, as long as your total is the same, you can put whatever number you want in any label, including number. Like, if you wanted to have a 3, you could bump something up to 3, or you could lower stuff down. It's as long as the total is the same, then you can add +1 to a label.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's how it works.
Yep.
Then that's honestly not really good for me right now.
Yep.
I may do instead. I may have to take the someone who loses influence over you instead.
Okay. Like, have you unlocked your...
Because he may be trying to shift my mood, but I know who I am, especially after my friends came to save me. So, sorry, Calamity. You no longer have influence over me.
Alright. So Calamity can no longer influence you.
I know I'm not going to be robined by him.
Okay. Cool. So, yeah.
At
So
least
Blake-
you're also not terrored by him.
Or slated by him if you're looking at Trigon.
And this also lets me add a +1, so I'm going to add that +1 to my freak.
Okay. Cool. Alright. So, now it's the time for you... As Blink, as you are heading out into the park from meeting with the huntsman, Eligirl, Nero, Lost and Found, you see Blank just randomly walking out of the woods. If we explain why, we'll say Lost and found someone who was lost.
Hey, Lost, you found him. Good job.
Found him.
Well, that's
By
quick.
the way, I have shifted my friend and rival as well currently.
Okay.
Because of the situation, Blank is my rival and Nero is my friend since I've been teaching him about how the world works.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Blank, can I ask what's going on? I thought you were going out for pizza.
Yeah. Come
You
on.
see him holding a revolver and a riot shield.
Nice new gear.
Let's just say a lot of things came up. And
Look, can you tell me what's going on? I'm not sure.
Are you serious again?
well, that depends. Did Aegis send you?
Yeah. But I'm not I wasn't looking for you because of Aegis. I was looking for you because you're my friend.
Wait, are they serial killers too?
Dragon. Quiet.
Okay.
Look, Blank. I'm here for you. I haven't really seen QB lately. I have no idea. Frostshot, unfortunately, is down for the moment. You're probably one of my longest time friends who's left here. No offense, new guys, but
Yeah, you won't remember me anyways.
Oh,
oh, of course I don't remember you.
the good old. What's your name?
Blank. Whatever's going on, I'm trying to figure things out because you're my friend, okay? And whatever, can you just tell me what's happening? Let me help.
I don't know how much you can help, but someone has framed me for stealing from King's side. And because of that, he retaliated and told Aegis about my dealings with him.
Well, there's basically two options we have right now. You need to let me and the others help you, or you need to come with us so we can talk with Aegis about this whole thing.
Given that Aegis assumes I stole the gun from them, they probably won't want to talk things out.
Exactly. That's why I would prefer that if we could assist you rather than having to take you in.
That complicates things.
You do know that if you help me, you will be considered helping a fugitive. Aegis will probably send people after you as well.
You got it.
Could be a civil war.
If you at this point. By the way, I don't know if any of these technically are considered comforting or supporting my rival at the moment, GM.
It's not really been one of those situations yet. It's been like you're trying to there, but there's it kind of hasn't been their point of connection kind of thing. Sorry, it just doesn't feel like you've quite triggered it yet.
Well, tell us what we can do then if officially we can't help you out.
I do have an idea, but I'm like, well, hopefully you're not bugged or anything, but you can lose to me right now. Blank says, and he's going to rush in and kind of like make it look like he knocked like people out.
All right. As you do that, you catch a glimpse of something. There is a gunman on top of one of the buildings, and your skill with the firearm and everything like that tells you where he's aiming for. He's aiming for Ella Girl. What do you do?
I will take out my revolver and I will shoot the tracking bullet at him.
All right, so you are not trying to get Ella Girl out of the way?
Holy shit.
He's shooting. Oh look, there's a guy up there.
Yeah, I guess I should. I didn't realize like it was like that ready to fire. So yeah, I'll push Ella Girl out of the way.
All right. So yeah, you feel it feels like a tugging sensation on your body, but it quickly goes away, and you feel no different.
So like you just tackle me all of a sudden?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! Hey! Whoa!
So how does Lost and Found and Nero react to this? Because as far as what you see is there was like, you saw Blank say you could lose to me and then charge at Ella Girl and then knock her down, but then you can see like a faint distortion heading towards one of the rooftops. It's like one of those things where it's like there was like a beam of distortion, kind of like when you see like the heat waves off this hot cement. It's just like kind of that weird distortion of the air. You see one of those flying from one of the rooftops. So I'm just asking if there's anything you two would like to do.
What's that?
Sniper, down.
Beam?
I say as I pull out my grappling hook and shoot it at the roof.
All right.
Grappling hook!
Hey, wait a minute.
I'm sorry, Ella girl. Blank has left you on the ground again.
Of course, my first reaction to being tackled is I'm going to be blushing a little bit, going like, "Oh, hello there."
And then he just grapple hooks off and just.
Yeah, should I roll freak for that?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll freak.
All right.
To unleash your powers here. That feels. All right. Yeah, you land.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you perfectly aim your shot and you just kind of land and kind of do the 3-point landing kind of thing, and you just in time to see someone jumping down off it into the alley below.
I will give chase.
Can I give chase too?
Oh, I'm definitely chasing down as well. I'm not sure there's this other individual, but since Blank's off that way.
Yeah, so you got the rest of your group either it gets carried or flown up to the top of the roof slower than Blank did because grappling hook, and it took you time to figure out what was going on. So I'll resolve you in a sec, but yeah, you're on a chase. I'm gonna call this
up.
Yeah. Blank, give me a directly engage a threat right now, actually, because I think that's the closest to what we're going to get for this chase scene. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, you corner the thing, and what you see is a figure. 1 second here, I have to figure out where I put the image for this for my reference sake. I do not feel like flipping up all the way through the chat log. Because I think I saved it somewhere. Let's see. So, Raptors, Shion. Hun, you have so much influence on my amount of stuff in my pictures.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I hear Raptors and Shion. I'm like, oh god.
Oh boy, we got some SAO going on here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Alright, save. Did I save it? Favorite pages? No. Alright, I don't know. But yeah, you see this kind of guy with glasses and a lab coat, except for his arms are seen to be made of this goo-like thing that scintillates in colors and such. In fact, Ella Girl and company, as you get on the group, you see this goopy trail kind of going off the roof, kind of down into the alleys.
A goop?
Yeah, and it seems this prismatic color. It seems to be shifting in shade and such. But as the figure you've cornered turns around and looks at you, you recognize the face of this figure. Blank, you see Professor Helios.
God damn it, I called it.
You called a lot of things, alright? I don't think it counts when you call that many. And actually, I think we're going to end there.
You're reading the script.
So.
Helios.
Alright. So,
already over.
So let's do our end of session moves.
Alright.
1 second here.
Must be careful, it must be a serial killer.
Alright. Sorry about that.
Okay.
So, end of session moves. Let's start off with Blank, because did you grow closer to the team, away from the team, or in the image of yourself?
I think closer to the team, considering that I assumed that they were going to try to hunt me down, and instead they came to my aid.
Yeah, no. Alright. So, who made you feel welcome?
LA girl.
All right. Does Ellie Girl already have influence over you?
I don't know. Does LA girl have influence over me?
Yeah. Ellie Girl has influence over you.
Yep, I have influence over him.
All right, so you get to shift his labels.
That's different. Right now, I'm a little estranged from him, but I still trust him. So, I assume he knows better about the situation. So I'm gonna give his superior up.
Mm-hmm.
And God, why do I want to shift down? You know, he's always been kind of the straight man to the team for the most part. I'm gonna shift his freak down.
Okay.
All right.
All right, and
I
then you
hope
can.
decent for your build, Dustin, but
Nah, works for me.
All right, you can mark potential or clear a condition.
I will mark potential.
All right. Ellie Girl, close to
I'll
the
go for,
team.
like 6 things.
Ellie Girl, close to the team, image of yourself or away from the team.
ooh, that's a little difficult. I like to think probably closer to the team fit simply because of, you know, I am trusting in the team to instead of just jumping on the bandwagon of, oh, we turned traitor, just to be willing to trust my inside of know him enough. I don't think that's really him being bad on purpose.
Okay. So who made you feel welcome?
God, I don't think I can say blank per se because at a meta level, I know he's trusting me and doing that stuff, but in character, I'm still unsure.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, I guess there's been a bit of bonding between me and Nero simply because of
Okay.
me trying to teach him about the world and stuff.
All right.
So I'm gonna give it to Nero.
All right. Nero, you gain influence over Ellie Girl, and Ellie Girl may mark potential or clear a condition.
Hmm?
Nero gains influence over Ellie Girl, so you can add the.
I'm sorry?
You can add Ellie
So
Girl
just
to
write,
your in your influence over section of your character sheet.
Okay. Got cut off a bit for me, so that's why I'm like, what do we say?
Yep. So, and did you mark potential or clear a condition, Ellie Girl?
I'm actually gonna clear a condition. I think is probably the better thing in this situation.
Okay. QB.
I guess.
Yes.
I am almost certain you're going to go to the image of yourself because you pretty much didn't interact with the team at all.
Yes.
Like I mean, you can grow closer to them, away from them in spirit, but it's
My only other choice was to go away from them because I am kind of going away from them because I haven't seen them in a while.
yeah. Well, they don't know where you.
Your housemate and best friend.
To be fair, it's only been like a day since the incident.
A day?
So.
It's just like forever.
Well,
I know it's been like months out of character.
Comic book time, people. Comic book time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's been
That
some
is-
issues with
it's
editing.
like forever. Who knows
Yeah,
what that is in 5 years?
Anyways, you may shift.
Come back.
You may shift a label up and another label down.
Okay, I'm gonna shift Freak up.
Your freak
Again.
is at 3. If you shift your freak up, it will become you'll mark a condition and not shift your labels.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna shift my I'm gonna shift my mundane up,
Okay. And what are you shifting down?
Really?
and then I'm gonna shift my savior down.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you're not feeling anything more than just really like a freak right now.
Pretty much.
Okay. Cool.
That's
Nero.
the only thing that's not a joke right now.
Okay. So, Nero, did you grow closer to the team, image of yourself, or away from the team?
I would say closer.
Did you say closer?
Yeah.
Okay. Who made you feel welcome?
I would say Ella Girl has made me feel a bit welcomed.
Okay.
They're willing to teach me about pizzas, though everybody else is willing to indulge me in the appetizer that is the pizza and not pineapple. I don't know what's wrong with it, but might find out. I might not find out. For a while, I won't find out because, damn it, Blank, he just had to become a serial killer? Or not. But apparently there are more serial killers attacking people.
Yep. Alright, so...
They try to serial kill Ella Girl. Sounds so forgettable.
Alright, Ella Girl, since you already have influence over Nero, you can go ahead and shift his labels.
Well, I like to think I'm helping him adjust to the real world a little bit. So I'm going to shift his mundane up and his freak down.
Okay. So put your
Bullshit.
freak...
I thought like that just fits the situation we've been in.
Yep. So you should have a freak of 2 and a mundane of -1. So, all right, and then you can mark potential or clear a condition.
Me? Mark potential or... I'm sorry, what's the other thing?
Clear a condition.
So mark... mark a condition here?
No, you would remove a condition that you had marked. Or you can gain an XP to get potential. Potential.
Mm-hmm.
I'll gain a potential.
Okay.
If I can.
Yep, go right ahead.
Yeah, potentials are kind of like beats from Exalted.
Yeah.
Wait, Exalted? I didn't remember Exalted using beats. I thought there was a new WAD. Like, the new version of, WAD 2.0.
We might have just taken the beat system from that.
Okay. It's like I say, I know Exalted rules pretty well. Anyways, so Lost and Found. Closer to the team, image of yourself, or away from the team?
I wouldn't say closer to the team. What is the other one? Image of myself?
Yep. You grew more into the
team.
Yeah. Image of myself.
Alright, you may shift a label up and a label down as you explain how you see yourself and why.
Okay. Up. Because no one remembers me, I feel like a freak.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put that up. And one down. Savior, I didn't feel like I did enough.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Alright. And that concludes...
Yeah, image of yourself is a good, neutral thing if,
Yeah. Yep. And so, I think that concludes our session tonight. So, things are getting a little spicy as Blank finally discovers who I intended to be his nemesis. He has gotten a lot more since then.
It's like he did it. He called it really early on or something.
Nah, he didn't really call it early on. Anyways, so to those watching us in the past, present, and future, I bid you all good night.